Hi again. So now Kaylee and I will be moving on to making the nothing but veggie chips, and we'll be making them with carrots and beets. Are you ready?
Absolutely. You can choose any vegetables you want. You want to pick like a dryish one, but today we'll be working with beets and carrots. So first thing, you peel the carrots and peel the beets.
Okay.
So you use my handy dandy Italian peeler.
Wait, now tell me, why is it an Italian peeler?
Well, I got it at a farmer's market in Italy, and it was literally 50 cents. The best 50 cents I've ever spent. Well, maybe not, because this was about $1.
Where'd you get that?
This was in Vietnam, like in the villages of Vietnam. This old man was making it, and it's like the best peeler I've ever had. It's amazing. So these two together can conquer any kitchen.
Yeah, it's a very nicely easy to peel peeler.
Great.
I like it.
Okay, so after you peel it, then you want to make chips out of it.
Okay.
So should we dump this and then?
Yes, I can dump it.
Here, grab my beet and get your hands all wet or all red. Okay. So to make the chips, you basically can use a mandolin, but like I said, this is an amazing tool. So I kind of just make it as thin as possible. You can use a mandolin, you can use whatever thing you have at home that you like, or hand do it.
Okay.
Okay, so I got it started for you.
So I can see that the slices are a little short, thin,
or long, or however you want to do it.
Any size, really.
Yep, any size.
Chips come in all sizes.
That's right. And I'm going to do the same thing with my chips and see if this Italian thing works.
Okay.
Oh, see? It's making chips too.
How am I doing?
You're doing great. Yeah, you're doing great. But you're going to have like more thin chips.
Yeah.
Than,
so I should get a little bit thicker.
Yeah, try to get like thicker
there
chips.
We go.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a nice thick chip.
Yep. Okay, so let me show you one thing with this. So you can see the difference. See? It's almost paper thin. And I'll show it here. And then I'll do one here just to show like a gigantic piece. I know it takes a little practice.
Yeah, it does.
See? It takes a little practice with these things. See? And then
this was my chip, and that was her chip.
And then we're going to dehydrate it because you can't fry without dehydrating, okay? So I have a dehydrator here, and we're gonna go ahead and place the chips on and then just turn on the dehydrator.
Okay, just place them.
Yep, just place them. It doesn't even have to be single layer. I literally just throw them on because I do this again while I'm cooking dinner for the rest of my family, and this is a treat for later on. And then you dehydrate, and we'll be right back with the end product. Hours.
Okay.
And voila, it became tiny, super small, right? And you just want to feel it.
Yeah.
See that all the liquid's gone.
Yeah,
and if you don't have a dehydrator, you absolutely can do this on an oven at about 190, especially if you have a convection oven. Just put it on like a cooling rack so that there's good air circulation, and it'll turn out the same way. It might be a little bit, take a little longer and a little bit more cumbersome. But absolutely, you can do this. And then now we're gonna fry.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So what do we do
So
now?
you just want to flash fry.
Okay.
So I just have a fry here. It's at 290. If I were at home, I usually just have a little pot on my stove, and I check the thermometer, use the thermometer, and make sure that it's about 290, because any higher, it'll burn the chips really quickly. So you're just flash frying.
Okay.
So basically, we're gonna gather
tell us
all
what
of
that
this.
means, right?
Flash frying means you literally throw it in there and get it out before it burns. Okay,
Show
so,
me.
all right. So you want to be ready with that, okay? And you're gonna just kind of scoop it up when I say, and we'll dry it on there, okay? All right. Okay, so let's throw one in first to see if it...
Trial run.
Yeah, trial run to see if it kind of...
Okay.
So you see how it bubbles?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
We're looking for those bubbles.
Yeah, we're looking for those bubbles, and probably maybe 300 would be good.
Okay.
But so see how it bubbles? So that's all it is. I want it to bubble a little faster, so we'll let the temperature rise a little bit to 300, just because these beet chips are not as dry as we want them. Okay, are you ready to fry up these babies?
I am very ready.
All right. So should we start with carrots?
Yeah, let's do the carrots.
So my oil's at 315. Honestly, when I do it on the stovetop, I don't measure. I usually just throw one in, and if it sizzles and it kind of bubbles, then I know it's ready. So why don't we throw one in?
Let's try it out. This is a tester.
Yeah.
I see the bubbling.
You can hear it, yeah. So you don't want to dump the whole thing in because it'll reduce the heat of the oil. So just like maybe a handful at a time, yeah. Yep, and then you.
And when do we know when they're ready to come out?
When they're floated,
Okay.
when they're floating in there, and then you take it out, and you want to season it right away when it's out with some salt.
Ready.
Yep. And then once it cools, it'll crunch up, and then it'll be ready to eat. And you can do this with, I like to do it with kabocha squash, butternut squash, pumpkin, enoki mushrooms, kale. You can do this with really any vegetable that's kind of fibrous and doesn't have too much water. So let's try our beets now.
Okay.
So we'll throw it in, and again, listen for the sound.
They look delicious. I hear the sizzling.
Yeah, so why don't you get that out, and then we'll do one more batch of carrot.
Can I get these out now? I hear the sizzling. Some of them are floating.
Yeah, why don't we give it a second because the beets, I didn't have enough time to dehydrate them really, really well, so they'll take a little more time. And if you don't have a dehydrator and you don't have time to do the oven, really you can put it on a paper towel and really kind of like squeeze it dry. They won't be as crunchy, but you know, enough. So go ahead and remove that now, scoop them all out. Yep.
Getting them all. Okay. And I will salt.
Yep. Salt them right away.
Okay.
And then I'll do one more batch, and then we'll be done. We can snack a little bit.
I'm looking forward to this. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I can definitely hear
you
the
can
sizzle
see
there.
because these were thinner, right?
Yeah.
And more dehydrated. So, ooh, it smells so good.
I'm ready for the salt.
So all the sugars in the carrots really caramelize it. So that browning color. Okay. There you go.
Okay, adding the salt.
My husband would say you're not so generous with the salt.
Oh, I need more.
All right,
At least
that's
salt
awesome.
taste.
Because on the SCD you crave crunch, and he can't have potato chips, so he just wants that salty, crunchy bite. And so it's really nice to have it be salty
So
for him.
salty to taste.
To taste. That's right. Okay, are you ready to try it?
I am very ready.
Okay, you kind of have to wait till they're cool,
Okay.
or else they're not crunchy.
I heard your crunch.
Maybe the beet chips are not cool yet.
The beet ones
And
are delicious.
you did great with the salt.
Oh,
It was
thank you.
good. It tastes like a
Now-
potato chip.
So delicious.